So today I'm doing some blood testing here with Tarmo. Blood lactate level. So the first one is 200 watts for 6 minutes, right? And
yeah,
then,
well, it depends on your level. For
right.
you, we're gonna do 200, 250, and 300.
200, 250, and 300. That's the first part. All right. So it doesn't sound too bad.
Well,
it'll be all right.
For 6 minutes. For 6 minutes. So.
All right. Let's do it. So we just finished the testing. Blood has been drawn. We did 6 minutes at 200 watts, 6 minutes at 240 watts, and then 6 minutes at 280 watts. And then took like a 10-minute easy spinning break. And then I did 50 seconds like all out as hard as I could. I think it was like 520, 530 watts. And then, yeah, analyzing a lot of the blood samples, and then gonna go and plug it in the computer and see what it all means. So it's 6:00 a.m. following day. We're here at the Chiang Mai University Stadium, and now it's time to do a similar test but for running. So today we basically did the running equivalent of what we did yesterday. I did 1,600 meters. The first one was at 450 pace. Then took a break, took a blood sample, take a blood sample after everything. And the next one was 410 pace. And then the last one was 335 pace. And then took easy jog, and then did just one lap, 400 meters, like all out as hard as I could. There's lots of people running on the track right now, but I did it in around 1 minute, 10 seconds. Thanks Tarmo for helping me out with the blood testing.
Sure.
If you're in
happy to do it.
If you're in Chiang Mai and you want to do the lactate test, get at Tarmo. I'll put his information here, and I'll link it down below, so if you want to get in touch with him and do the testing, then hit him up. So yeah, thanks man. Cool. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
So it's now actually a couple days after we did the blood lactate level tests, and I've had a chance to have a look at the results on the computer, and yeah, just sort of compare them to what my estimated zones were before doing the blood lactate test. So basically, you know, you can plug your max heart rate into you know, all these sort of calculators online, and then it will basically like put it through a formula, and then calculate your estimated heart rate zones. You can do the same thing with power with your, you know, if you do a 20-minute FTP test, you know, you can plug that number into various calculators on the internet, and they'll estimate your power zones. But they're estimations, and every person is going to be different. And the best way, and this is the way that a lot of professional athletes basically determine their training, like how they're going to train, is by blood lactate tests, because this way you're able to see, you know, how much lactate is accumulating in your blood at different intensity levels, and then from that you can have a better estimate of your lactate threshold, and you can have much more accurate you know, training zones determined, so that you can train more efficiently. And yeah, so basically, you know, the difference between my estimated lactate threshold, you know, based on max heart rate and FTP, 20-minute FTP test put into a formula. And also my training zones based on those formulas were quite different, not that much different. The cycling zones were pretty similar. The running zones were very different. And you know, that's the thing too, is like if you put your max heart rate into a formula, your heart rates are gonna be different for running and cycling. So yeah, I'm really stoked that I've done this test and that I have a better idea of how I need to be training. It also provides feedback in terms of you know, how strong your aerobic system is and how strong your anaerobic system is. I thought my aerobic system would be stronger than it actually is. So basically, one of the things I've taken away from this test is that I need to spend more time training my aerobic system. So I guess we'll see how it goes. Just wanted to let you guys know kind of how the tests went and everything like that. I've found it definitely very insightful. I went for a ride today and I just did like my zone 2. What I thought was my zone 2 was actually too high, and I'd been doing zone 2 training at too high of an intensity. So I went out for a ride today and just backed it off into, you know, where my zone 2 is according to these blood lactate level tests. And yeah, I did a ride with that today. So time will tell. I'm gonna have to, you know, look into how it's best to train from here. My focus this year is sort of, I guess, sprint or standard distance triathlons. So that's definitely, you know, they're endurance events. They're gonna be over an hour long, all of them. You know, yeah, definitely over an hour. So they're endurance events. So I need to be training my aerobic system. So anyways, guys, if you have any questions, post them down below, any comments, or any resources you guys might have for training. I'm doing some research right now into, you know, best ways to train and things like that. Yeah, time will tell. We'll see how it goes, and I'll do some updates, you know, in the future as I train with this information now, and yeah, let you know how it goes. So thanks for watching, guys. See you next video. Happy training.